Guys, welcome to Real Classic Film Reviews and welcome to a classic movie review of Michael Crichton's The First Great Train Robbery, released in 1978 and sometimes retitled simply The Great Train Robbery. Now, this stars Sean Connery, Donald Sutherland and Lesley-Anne Down, and as the title may subtly hint at, this is a movie featuring the meticulous planning and execution of a gold heist from a moving train. Now, what's really interesting is that the story is based on an actual event which took place on the 15th of May 1855 when 3 boxes of gold bullion and coins on their way to Paris were stolen from the guard's van of a train service between London Bridge Station and Folkestone. Now, the bones of that story were used by author Michael Crichton, who fashioned it into a novel and then eventually this movie. Now, this is both a caper film and a period piece, an adventure flick that blends authentic history with some Hollywood silliness. Now, I love it because it brings together the kind of elements that define a good heist movie. The planning and ingenuity, the danger, the skin of your teeth escapes, and it's all held together with some great charismatic performances. So let's take a look.
After the crime, there, go! You're out of your bloody mind, Pierce, trying to rob a moving train. It can't be done.
Why not?
Well, it hasn't been done, has it?
No.
Crimean gold. Mother of God. That's 25,000 pounds, isn't it? Needs shipment, isn't it?
Now, the film here opens by immersing us in mid-Victorian England. There's some great period detail on show here, and against this backdrop unfolds the tale of Edward Pearce, played with the usual effortless charisma by Sean Connery. He's a gentleman thief whose refined manners conceal his criminal genius as he hatches an audacious plan to steal a shipment of gold bullion being transported by train to fund the Crimean War effort. The catch is that the gold is locked inside a couple of fortified safes, requiring 4 separate keys, each held in different locations. And so to pull off the heist, Pearce enlists the help of Robert Agar, played by Donald Sutherland, a locksmith and screwsman with an uncanny talent for picking locks, and of course Miriam, the lovely Lesley-Anne Down. She plays Pearce's mistress and a master of disguise in her own right. Now, what follows is a meticulously plotted adventure in which the trio must acquire the keys through a series of elaborate cons, disguises and acts of subterfuge. Now, I love that each step seems to escalate in difficulty, from seducing and duping bank officials to breaking into impregnable safes under the noses of the authorities. Now, the heist itself culminates, of course, in the climactic robbery aboard the moving train itself, a sequence that has rightly become quite legendary for its daring execution and Sean Connery's decision to perform many of his own stunts atop a speeding locomotive. We'll talk about it a little bit more in a few moments, but there's certainly some Mission Impossible vibes in this film's final act. Anyway, so Sean Connery, a screen icon, of course, thanks in no small part to his tenure as James Bond, brings to Pearce quite a similar combination of suavity and menace. Connery plays him with that twinkle in his eye, and even though he's technically a villain, you root for him because he embodies this kind of lovable rogue. Connery had almost bowed out of the Bond franchise with 1971's Diamonds Are Forever and spent many years trying to step out from 007's shadow with diverse roles in films like The Offence, Zardoz, Robin and Marion, Outland and Time Bandits. And I think that the film revels in having Connery on board. Just check out this scene, a battle of innuendo with the frustrated wife of an elder gentleman.
I've just returned from America, a country of many prominent erections.
It is exciting to see things come together, so long as the quality does not suffer.
Tight-fitting joints.
That's the secret.
Now, as I mentioned, Connery's partner in crime here is played by Donald Sutherland with what I think may be a wobbly Irish accent. It's hard to tell sometimes. Anyway, it's a great counterbalance to Connery's coolness. He's all lanky and nervy, and his comic timing gives the film some levity, making sure things never become too heavy or self-serious. Now, rounding off the trio is Lesley-Anne Down's Miriam, who isn't just a token love interest here, to be fair, and kind of becomes the essential member of the team, having to use her quite stunning looks in a couple of key cons against some horny and buffoonish gentlemen.
I knew of one caller wanted me to come to a room he had, full of whips and such.
Whips!
Can you imagine?
Now, I'm not sure why Down wasn't a bigger star. I know her from the British TV show Upstairs, Downstairs, and I know that she starred in the 90s TV series Sunset Beach, which I've not seen, and she apparently played Margaret Thatcher in 2024's Ronald Reagan biopic with Dennis Quaid, which I'm not sure if anyone's seen. So, The First Great Train Robbery was directed by Michael Crichton, who is better known today as the best-selling novelist behind Jurassic Park, The Andromeda Strain and Sphere. But in the 1970s, he was pursuing filmmaking quite seriously. The First Great Train Robbery was his third directorial effort, having already made Westworld and Coma. From a guy who has a scientific background, you can tell that he's at home with the mechanics of the heist, how locks are picked, how the guards are distracted, how disguises are donned, and how timing and precision are essential. Now, one of my favourite aspects of heist movies in general is the intricate build-up, the logistics and the tension of pulling it all together before the final execution. Now, of course, this all builds towards the ultimate heist, removing the gold from a speeding train. Shot largely with practical effects and real stunts, it may not be as retina-scorching as the latest Tom Cruise effort, but it's impressive because it features an old-school authenticity. No CGI, no green screen, just Connery crawling across the top of a moving train, hair and clothes whipping in the wind. Now, one of the film's greatest pleasures lies in its recreation of mid-19th century England. Crichton, who researched Victorian society quite extensively for his novel, ensures that the film captures the spirit of the era. Wealth and squalor, refinement and criminality, progress and corruption. Beneath its surface as a caper film, The First Great Train Robbery offers a bit of a critique of Victorian institutions. Pierce's heist isn't just about stealing the gold, it's about outsmarting a system that prides itself on order and respectability. And no movie set in this world would be complete without a little bit of commentary on class. Connery's character moves effortlessly between the worlds of high society and the criminal underworld, using his charm to exploit both sides. Now, of course, The First Great Train Robbery is not the most famous heist movie ever made, nor is it Michael Crichton's most enduring contribution to popular culture, but it remains hugely watchable nearly 50 years after its debut, when it performed quite modestly at the box office, but it's since gained a reputation as a minor classic of the heist genre. And today the movie stands as another reminder of that bygone style of filmmaking, one that prized craft and wit and real-world spectacle over bouncy visual effects and migraine-inducing editing, all anchored by some rousing music from the legend that is Jerry Goldsmith. And the true strength of the movie lies in its balance between comedy and suspense, between history and fiction, and spectacle and character. It delivers thrills while staying just the right side of daft. The First Great Train Robbery is also a reminder that sometimes the simplest pleasures come from watching clever people do clever things and make it all look just believable enough. For fans of Connery, of heist films, or of just good old-fashioned historical adventures with a little sprinkling of mischief, it's well worth a look. Go check it out.
Do you ever tell anyone the truth?
The truth? The truth? No.